Welcome back to Trust Your Oats. Over the course of this season, we have explored the science of celiac disease, the regenerative power of the soil, the athletic benefits of complex carbohydrates, and the culinary magic of oat flour in the kitchen. But today, we are stepping away from the science labs, the fields, and the kitchens. Today, we are talking about the heart of the gluten-free movement. We are talking about the people. When you are diagnosed with celiac disease or a severe gluten intolerance, the medical advice is straightforward: stop eating gluten. It sounds so simple on paper, but anyone who has actually lived this reality knows that food is never just food. Food is culture. Food is celebration. Food is connection. When you remove gluten from your life, you are not just changing your grocery list. You are changing how you navigate the world. You are changing how you attend birthday parties, how you travel, and how you date. Today, we are going to explore the social and emotional realities of the gluten-free lifestyle. We are going to look at the challenges, the hidden costs, and most importantly, the incredible resilience of this community. This is Trust the Community. Let's start with a number that might surprise you. According to the advocacy organization Beyond Celiac, it is estimated that up to 83% of Americans who have celiac disease are currently undiagnosed or misdiagnosed with other conditions. Think about that. For every person who knows they have celiac disease, there are roughly 4 more who are suffering without an answer. And for those who do get an answer, the journey is rarely quick. A 2019 nationwide study of over 9,000 patients found that the average time to receive a correct diagnosis was nearly 3 years. That is 3 years of doctor visits, unexplained symptoms, and frustration. But the challenge does not end when the diagnosis is finally made. In many ways, that is when a new set of challenges begins. When you are diagnosed, you are handed a prescription that you cannot fill at a pharmacy. Your prescription is a lifelong, strict gluten-free diet. And while that diet is life-saving, it carries an invisible emotional weight. A comprehensive review published in 2023 found that between 16 and 84% of celiac patients report symptoms of anxiety, and up to 69% report symptoms of depression. A separate meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients found that individuals with celiac disease have a 6-fold increased risk of anxiety compared to the general population. Why? Because eating, one of the most basic, fundamental human activities, suddenly becomes a source of constant vigilance. Every time you eat outside of your own home, you have to interrogate the waiter. You have to ask about cross-contact. You have to wonder if the chef used the same cutting board for your gluten-free meal as they did for the regular bread. In a recent survey by the Canadian Celiac Association, over 80% of respondents said they often find their restaurant choices severely limited. And according to a 2023 Harris poll conducted with Beyond Celiac, 28% of Americans assume that people who eat gluten-free are just being dramatic. That lack of understanding leads to social isolation. People begin to decline dinner invitations. They skip the office holiday party. They stay home because it is simply easier than explaining their medical needs to a skeptical crowd. Beyond the emotional toll, there is a very real, very tangible burden that the celiac community carries every single day: the economic cost. If you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, your health insurance helps cover the cost of your medication. But if you have celiac disease, your medication is food, and insurance does not cover your grocery bill. Study after study has documented the gluten-free tax. A landmark 2008 study found that, on average, gluten-free products were 242% more expensive than their regular counterparts. A more recent 2019 study from the Columbia University Celiac Disease Center found that gluten-free cereals, pastas, and snacks in the United States were up to 139% more expensive. When you are a parent trying to feed a child with celiac disease or a college student on a tight budget, those numbers are not just statistics. They are a weekly financial strain. This is one of the reasons why the purity protocol is so deeply important to us at GF Harvest. We know that when someone buys a bag of our oats, they are paying a premium for safety. They are trusting us with their health and their hard-earned money. When a company uses mechanical sorting to separate wheat from commodity oats, they are doing it to save money and increase volume. But when those mechanically sorted oats fail testing, when a stray grain of wheat slips through the optical scanners, it is the consumer who pays the ultimate price. The celiac community deserves food that is safe by design, not safe by chance. They deserve an unbroken chain of custody from the seed in the ground to the shelf in the store. That is what the purity protocol provides, and it is the absolute minimum standard this community deserves. Perhaps the most profound stories in the celiac community come from parents. When an adult is diagnosed, they have the maturity to advocate for themselves. But when a child is diagnosed, the entire family dynamic shifts. A 2020 study from Columbia University showed that a child's celiac diagnosis significantly impacts mothers, fathers, and siblings. School cafeterias, classroom pizza parties, and summer camps suddenly become high-risk environments. Imagine being 7 years old. You are invited to your best friend's birthday party. Everyone is eating the same brightly colored cake, but you have to bring your own separate cupcake in a plastic container. You have to explain to the other kids why you cannot share their snacks. Clinical articles and advocacy groups consistently report that children with celiac disease often feel embarrassed or different. A study from Children's Hospital Colorado found that 39% of pediatric celiac patients self-reported significant anxiety or depression symptoms. Parents carry the weight of this anxiety. They spend hours meal prepping, calling restaurants ahead of time, and educating teachers and school nurses. A 2017 study even found a measurable increase in depression and anxiety among the caregivers of celiac patients, simply due to the constant stress of managing the diet. But here is the beautiful part. These parents are also some of the fiercest, most dedicated advocates you will ever meet. They are the ones baking gluten-free cupcakes at midnight so their child does not feel left out the next day. They are the ones organizing gluten-free food drives for local pantries. They are the ones demanding better labeling laws and safer school lunch programs. They are teaching their children resilience. They are teaching them how to read labels, how to speak up for their health, and how to navigate a world that was not built for them. The challenges are real, but so is the strength of this community. Over the past 2 decades, the landscape for celiac disease has transformed, and that transformation was not driven by the food industry. It was driven by patients. It was driven by advocacy. Organizations like Beyond Celiac, the Celiac Disease Foundation, the Gluten Intolerance Group, and the National Celiac Association have worked tirelessly to change the narrative. They are the reason we have the FDA's strict labeling laws, requiring foods labeled gluten-free to contain less than 20 parts per million of gluten. They are the reason major restaurant chains now have dedicated gluten-free menus and cross-contact protocols. They are the reason millions of dollars are being poured into research for treatments and potential cures. These organizations provide a lifeline for newly diagnosed patients. They offer support groups, dining guides, and a sense of belonging. They remind people that they are not alone. If you are listening to this and you are struggling with the social or emotional weight of a gluten-free diet, I want you to hear this clearly. Your health is worth the inconvenience. Your safety is worth the awkward conversation with the waiter. You have a right to eat without fear. And for those of us on the manufacturing side, we have a profound responsibility to honor that right. We have a responsibility to listen to the community, to understand the anxiety that comes with every meal, and to produce food that is worthy of your trust. The gluten-free community is not defined by what they cannot eat. They are defined by their advocacy, their resilience, and their commitment to supporting one another. Whether you are a parent navigating a school cafeteria, an adult explaining cross-contact on a first date, or an advocate fighting for better labeling laws, your voice matters. You are changing the food system for the better. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Trust Your Oats. In our next episode, we will be looking toward the future. We will explore the cutting-edge agricultural innovations that are making sustainable, gluten-free farming more efficient and more resilient than ever before. Until then, stay healthy, stay curious, and as always, trust your oats.